Never in the history of India we have seen such a worst response from a government. The government is still saying that the farmers are adamant. The farmers are not looking into the good things of the law. Numbering over 47 crores of our unorganized population, they are given free rationing, rice, wheat, dal, etc. From where did you give all this? Nearly 50 crores of this population would have been starved for over 6 months. That is the difference. This is what we must have to understand. People like Shekhar Gupta must have to understand the act says their farmers, Government of India says farmers should get a remunerative price. You see how the salary of every employee of a government department or private establishment or banks have increased in the last 50 years. Just to see how our farmers' income has increased in the same period. That is what is very important. The government is not assuring any remunerative price, but the farmer wanted the MSP to be assured legally throughout India as a single price. The government is telling one nation, one election, one nation, one card, one nation, etc. Why not one nation, one MSP that is legal? Hi friends, very pleased to meet you through Rooster News. Today, the farmers protest entering the 40th day, but with a lot of casualties. Over 46 of them, maybe 49 of them. Yesterday, 3 more farmers have died, not able to withstand the climatic conditions prevailing in New Delhi and the areas around. Almost the temperature has gone down to 1 degree centigrade. In such a cold, they are struggling, and the government is turning a blind eye to their sufferings. Never in the history of India we have seen such a worst response from a government towards a struggle of farmers. The government is still saying that the farmers are adamant. The farmers are not looking into the good things of the law. Without answering the questions they are raising against the 3 farm laws that the Modi government has enacted without consulting the farmers, the true stakeholders who might suffer because of these acts. But the government keep on talking to them, and today they had the 6th round of talks. But almost every other time, it is not even conceding even an inch to their demand. Repealing the 3 farm laws and as well as their just demand of making the MSP a law. Otherwise, they are considering this revoking of the notification on stubble burning and the fine with respect to that, and as well as withdrawing the subsidy given to the electricity board to the farmers. These 2 things they are ready to reconsider, but not conceding an inch to repealing the 3 farm acts as well as on MSP. There are a lot of opinions that is coming up in the media, lot of opinions, a lot of write-ups, but one particular thing that drawn my attention is that of the journalist Shekhar Gupta's in the print, the cut the clutter. Under this headline, he has spoke about MSP, APMC and all that. It had a view of around 400,000 people, much of them supporting Shekhar Gupta's views. But here, those who knows the farmers' issue and their just demands will see Shekhar Gupta's contention and whatever proof that he is offering as digressive and far away from the ground realities. He started by saying that MSP is a price control exercise starting having its root in Alauddin Khilji's time, because Alauddin Khilji wanted to procure food items, food grains to feed its army and other people, so that he fixed the price control which is lesser than what the farmers expect to satisfy his government's funding. Okay, he says that. And also, coming to the history of MSP, he says that MSP was adopted in India because at a time during 1960s, India was going in a very turmoil period with respect to food production. We could not be able to feed the population increase. We all know between 1950 and 1960, there was a population burst in which the population has doubled in this 10 years of time. So, we could not be able to match that type of a population increase with the food grain production. Hence, India has imported wheat from America under PL 480 plan. All those things are history. And then India adopted Green Revolution. We adopted short varieties of paddy, and we also have introduced urea and other inputs, by which the production has increased. And by the year 1970, in another 10 years, India has achieved food sufficiency. What Shekhar Gupta is asking is, the MSP has been brought into practice by the government, and as well as the subsidy, free water, free electricity are all given to the farmers only to enhance the production to meet the requirement. That was a starving period. Now that the starving period was over, what is the necessity for MSP? That is what his question is. He is telling today, India, because it is procuring, that is Food Corporation of India, the government body, procuring wheat and rice at MSP, it is overproduced, and the overproduced has been procured by FCI and kept it in its godowns as dead stock. Nobody is buying from it. That is what his contention. But what we are asking is, if the farmers are overproducing because of MSP, then, and the production of wheat and rice are more than what we require, then why the government of India, its agriculture department, is fixing a higher target for food grains? Last year, both on Kharif as well as Rabi season, the total target fixed for food production is 294.5 million tons. Okay? But for this year, 2021-22, the target fixed is 298 million metric tons. If we are self-sufficient and our food needs are not increasing, why the government is increasing the production target? It is for Shekhar Gupta and others to explain. The government's body FCI, is it procuring excess production? From where did you come to such a conclusion? If that is to be the case, why in India, even today, there are starving of our population? We are even today having a considerable amount of population that is going to sleep without dinner, without food for the third time in a day. The UN Food Program has said that India's food production is enough to meet its demand, but the population that is really in need of food are not having enough money to purchase, or the food is not supplied where it is needed. It is not because of less production. It is exactly to the requirement of this country, but the supply has not been taken to the population where it is needed, which means Shekhar Gupta's view of accumulating stocks without any use is having no water at all. What we are having in the Food Corporation of India godowns, that is It wanted to have only 41.7 million tons as stocks, but the stock has increased to 97 million tons, right? But in this country, in every other state, there is a need for food grains. In Tamil Nadu, we need 91 lakh tons of food grains, especially rice, 91 lakh tons. But the government to procure from farmers of Tamil Nadu just 34 million tons. From where comes Tamil Nadu buying the requirement it needs? From Food Corporation of India, from other states. That is how put together everything. Every other procurement center, whether it is state procurement or central procurement or FCI procurement, everything there is a need to distribute. Only thing is our distribution mechanism is not so sound. That is the reason, that should be one of the reason for Modi government initiating this Kisan Rail system. Kisan Rail, that is to take the food production, food grains production to wherever it is required, right? But that is to help this Adanis, Adanis to stockpile food items. But it should be also for those places where the population are starving. Why we are having the public distribution system in Tamil Nadu and many other states? Why the Nobel laureates are appreciating such a public distribution system? Because it feeds to the last of the member of our society with the food. Whether he is having capability or not, that is a different question. The capability comes through economic developments, the policies, but that has never enhanced their life, never enhanced their earning. Then what will they do? Or what the government can do? Allow them to die of starvation? Is for that we have a government? No. We keep this stock as a buffer, not only as a buffer, but to supply at the right time where it is needed by the states. Example, last year, we have come to 2021. Due to Corona lockdown, much of the people are walking on the streets to go back to their villages. They are provided with food. For those laborers, numbering over 47 crores of our unorganized population, they are given free rationing, rice, wheat, dal, etc. From where did you give all this? It is from the stock of FCI. Because FCI had the stock, the government has distributed it. Let us say the government is leaving procurement from the farmers directly on MSP. What will happen? Nearly 50 crores of this population would have been starved for over 6 months. You must understand that. So keeping it in stock is not a bad idea. It's not bad in economics. For the country of India's size, you need to have such a buffer. Because the fluctuations will happen. Rice and wheat is not only produced in Haryana and Punjab and Uttar Pradesh, everywhere. But due to the vagaries of nature, the climate might have failed. The monsoon may fail. At that time, where it is needed, the food stockpiled will have to reach there. It is for the government to do that. That is where we have FCI. We have such huge gotowns. We don't have facilities because the government has not concentrated on that. But Adani is concentrating by creating huge silos because the need is felt and he wanted to make that as his business. But the government wanted to help them, not to the population. That is the difference. This is what we must have to understand. There is a need for food grains. That's the reason the target has been fixed. We must understand that. To encourage production, we are giving MSP. Okay, we are not giving anything excess to the population, excess to the farmers. We are giving only 50% more than what he really spent on that. Okay, cost of production plus 50%. But that is not the aim of this government. Modi government's enacted farm laws says they wanted to provide, they wanted to see farmers to get a remunerative price. Understand this. People like Shekhar Gupta must have to understand the act says their farmers Government of India says farmers should get a remunerative price. What is a remunerative price? Remunerative price is one that is what the farmer expect to get from the market. That is, we are all getting a remuneration as a salary. What is that? When the interview was over, the interviewed asked a question, what is your expectation? He says, I am expecting this much of a salary, because the other side, the company, satisfied with his requirement and his talent, leaving the option to the employee, would-be employee, to say what he wanted, how much he wanted. Did we ever ask our farmers what they wanted for their produce? Never. Such an exercise has not been conducted. Why I am asking? Because you see how the salary of every employee of a government department or private establishment or banks have increased in the last 50 years. Just to see how our farmers' income has increased in the same period. This is what a farmer by name Ayyakannu has said, a trade equation he made it. While the farmers was selling a bag of paddy those years for 40 rupees, a salary of a branch manager is less than that. Then if he is selling some 10 bags, he is earning 400 rupees. At that time, the sovereign, the cost of gold is lesser than what he is earning through his production, through his produce. It has been changed now. Farmers cannot imagine of buying a sovereign of gold for 40,000 rupees. Because after all, the highest income of a farmer in India is under 80,000 rupees. The worst being a farmer in Bihar who earns a month rupees 3,400 only, where the APMC market is not there. I am coming to that subject later. This is the highest. Tamil Nadu farmer is getting between 11,000 to 12,000 rupees a month. And an average 12 into 2, 1.5 lakhs. And those in Punjab, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, etc., they are getting some 1 lakh and 2 lakh rupees in a year. Understand that. But this is what the farmers is expecting for his produce. At what price we are buying the farmer produce and consuming it, that is what the basic calculation should be. See, the government is fixing 6,000 rupees for a particular variety of pulse per quintal, 100 kgs, which means a kg the market procures at 60 rupees. But at what price the pulses are selling in the market? Not 80 or 100, 160, 180, etc. Go and see in a mall at what price these pulses and oil seeds and other things are selling at. Just to see at what price the government fixes as MSP. There is a vast difference. If even 50% of the retail price goes to farmers, then he would get his remuneration, which means not 60 rupees per kg, but 90 rupees per kg. For example, I am buying rice of a particular variety that is a naturally grown paddy by name Mappillai Samba. I am buying it in the market 110 rupees per kg. But if I go and directly procure from the farmer, I will get 80 or 90 rupees. But if it is MSP, means he will not get beyond 60. This is what I am telling. His produce is sold double the price or triple the price, but whereas he is getting not even what he is expecting that. So MSP is not a remunerative price that the government assures the farmer, or it says at least in the act as the aim of the act. That is what is very important. The government is not assuring any remunerative price, but the farmer wanted the MSP to be assured legally throughout India as a single price. The government is telling one nation, one election, one nation, one card, one nation, etc. Why not one nation, one MSP that is legal? They are not forthcoming. Why? It is because if they fix an MSP, when there is a competition between APMC, Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee, and the outside seller, there will be a competition and the farmer set to get more price for his produce. This is the simple market dynamics. There is a demand in India. People like Shekhar Gupta must understand there is a demand in India for every produce the farmer producing. But it is the market forces that steals away the profit. And the government has never interfered in the market dynamics. That's the reason our farmers are suffering. That is the reason they are struggling to get this as a legal framework, under legal framework. So, Shekhar Gupta is accepting one thing, APMC today or tomorrow it is going to go. If it is going to go, Mr. Shekhar Gupta, and as well as the farmers, the corporates or the companies will come and buy at the farmer's gate. What will be the price they will get when there is no assurance for MSP? What is the compulsion for the companies or their agents to buy it over and above MSP? Even today, Reliance company is telling they are buying through their agents from the farmers all their produce above MSP. How do we conclude that? How do we know? Then why the farmers are opposing Reliance? Please make an understanding. Understand the ground reality, then speak on policy, principle, acts, etc. The APMC said to go, that you are understanding. Then where there will be a competition? Where there can be a competition? The agents will come to the farm gate and they will make out a cartel and they will say, give at this price or take back. Where the farmers will go? They can't go. They can't go even to the court. Because if the buyer refuses to buy, what the farmer will do? Then what for we have a government? We will secure their votes and leave the farmers in a lurch? I am asking you this question. So, two things. Whatever they produce, there is a demand. Whatever that is produced and sold in the FCI, there is a demand and the food should have to be, food grain should be taken to the area where it is required, to the state where it is required. The states are coming forward to buy it from FCI. And Mr. Shekhar Gupta, you must also understand one thing, that the government of India in the last 2 or 3 budgets has not provided any amount for FCI for procuring food grains. The FCI going to the open market, getting from National Small Savings Fund at a higher interest, and then they are procuring food grains from the farmers. That way, it is suffering, suffocating under an interest burden. Last year, in 2019-20, the Food Corporation of India has paid interest alone 69,000 crores because the government has not allocated fund for procurement. If the government is really interested in farmers and their produce and for just feeding the needy, will they leave FCI without allocating funds? Just think about it. Then finally you are telling one other thing. The wheat and rice consuming lot of water, groundwater. A lot of things you have said and I can answer to every other question because I am thorough with what our farmers are and what they produce and how they suffer and what the government is doing. Everything I know. I am telling you, you are so worried about the groundwater and because of rising wheat, rising paddy and wheat, it is taking lot of groundwater. What for the groundwater has been stored? For what purpose? Drinking water, then for irrigation, then what? You are so concerned about the depletion of groundwater consumed by paddy and wheat. But did you ever raise your voice against those cool drink companies that is consuming groundwater lakhs of liters every day? Did you ever raise your voice against the distilleries that is consuming many lakhs of liters of water every day? Did you ever raise your voice against car companies? Every car requires 2 lakh liters of water for its production, for industrial use. Industrial use is much bigger a consumer than agriculture. Do you know that? But you are telling the farmer consuming the agrarian activity taking much of the groundwater. When the water is taken out of the ground, used by the plant, it is also giving back to the atmosphere. Okay? It is not going stolen to some other place. Just like the way the river sands are stolen even across the seas to other countries. It is not that way. What we eat, the water is consumed for. Let us not worry about this thing. Let us worry about where it has been taken for making cars, producing drinks, soft drinks as well as hot drinks. So, the government, in every other step, they are leaving the farmers, and whatever profit that can be earned through food and groceries, the government wanted thus to be taken by the corporates. That's the reason last February, Government of India has increased the foreign direct investment in food and groceries to 100%. And exactly, Adani is making silos. The other way, JioMart is selling food and groceries through kirana shops to the households. If this happens, the most sufferer could be in future is the consumers. We, the consumers of India, cannot buy food and groceries at a price what we are buying it because of MSP. Because of MSP, we are all getting food at a purchasable price. If the MSP has been taken, who will fix the price for food and groceries? It is going to be the corporate companies that has come into retail selling. So please understand and think of our farmers' just demands. Tell the government to change its mind and come in favor of farmers, repealing the 3 farm acts that is centrally enacted for the purpose of foreign direct investment and local corporate companies who are indulging in retail selling. We shall see again. Thank you very much.